Hey Mustangs, this is a tutorial on how to complete objective number 14. So looking at how humans threaten biodiversity and what can and should be done about that. So let's go ahead and take a look. There's basically 4 steps for completing your objective number 14. Now remember, objective 13 and 14 are both part of your quiz grade, so you need to make sure you complete both of those objectives. Objective number 14 is of course worth the most because there's the most that has the most parts to it. So step 1, choose from one of 3 ways humans threaten biodiversity. Step 2, choose a specific focus. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at step 1 and 2. So there's actually 4 major categories that we identified of how humans threaten biodiversity. You're not going to choose from introducing foreign species though. I'm just going to ask you guys to pick from habitat destruction / fragmentation, hunting and poaching, and pollution. So those are the 3 that you can choose from. So that's step 1 right there, choosing one of these 3 for a focus. And then once you look in each of those categories, there's different things you can choose to really focus on. So if you choose habitat destruction or fragmentation, you can choose from one of these things here: deforestation, housing, road, agricultural development, damming, or just about anything else that you can think of that is connected with habitat destruction or fragmentation. Hunting and poaching. So in this one, you'd want to pick an organism that is endangered due to hunting and poaching and do a little bit of research on them and find out what can be done about saving these guys. So I gave you some examples here. So tigers, elephants, rhinos, those are all really good examples of organisms that are endangered due to hunting. Again though, you can choose any other organisms that would fall into this category as long as you can find evidence that they are threatened by humans' actions by hunting and poaching. And then the third category, you can choose from any one of these. So this is a lot more than what we talked about in class, but pollution is definitely something that humans do in mass. So DDT, nitrogen, sewage dumping, CFCs, light pollution, and so on. And again, also anything else you can think of that is connected with pollution and what humans do with pollution would be acceptable. Alright, so once you've chosen one of the 3 categories and a specific focus within that category, then you're going to do some research online. You're going to have to get at least 2 resources online to show that you did some research in order to create your blog poster. So do your research. That's step 3. Step 4 is to actually create the blog. So for step 4, that's when you go to glogster.com. Now your poster must have these 4 things. So you can use words and pictures. Combination is actually what you're going to want to use to include these 4 things here. So a description of the problem using words and pictures, why it's bad. So identifying what it causes, the problems by doing this action that humans do. What's wrong with that? Why is that so bad? Again, using words and pictures to describe that. And then finally, or not finally, a reason. You're going to identify a reasonable solution. What should be done in order to prevent humans from threatening biodiversity in this way? So you need to come up with a reasonable solution. You want to take into account economic costs, stuff like that. You don't want to say, okay, kick everybody out of their homes and, return the habitat back to how it used to be for the organisms. You want to do something reasonable. So what is a reasonable solution to the problem at hand? And then your blog poster must also include at least 2 online resources that you use to gather information. So let's go ahead and take a look at how to do your Glogster and also how to submit it on Edmodo. Alright, so you're going to go to Google, and you could do a Google search, or you could just type into the address bar on the internet, glogster.com. When you do that, it might take you to Glogster.edu. If that's the case, it'll ask you for codes and stuff like that that you need for your teacher or classroom. You don't need to do that. You're actually going to want to come over here where it says go to glogster.com. So see where my arrow is over here. You click on that, and that will take you to glogster.com. If you already have a Glogster account, you just simply sign in. If not, you'd click sign up and follow the directions on how to sign up. And once you have it all set up, you'd come back to this page and you'd log in. Okay. Once you're here, you'd create a new glog. So I'm going to choose from a regular plain template here. And what you would do is, I'm going to delete this because I don't need that. The toolbar up here, this is how you add text and images and video and stuff, whatever you need for your glog. So I'm going to do a basic text insert here. So if you take a look here, let me click it, there we go. So my title is Light Pollution and Turtles. So I'm making that my main thing here. So I'm going to put that up towards the top. And you could change the font and stuff like that on here. So I'll change this up. I'll highlight everything real quick. So I want that. And you could change the size. So I want to make the title a little bit bigger. There we go. Move that to the center, and there. Okay, so there's my title of my poster. And now I want to add some images. You go back up to tools. You can do a Google image search or Flickr, all these things right here. So I'm going to do a Google image search. So I'm going to do baby turtles to get some images to show people what baby turtles look like. So here's actually a baby turtle on the beach. I'm going to click that. And then you can resize it, move it around, rotate it, a whole bunch of other things that you can do with it. Okay, so I have my image of a baby turtle there. I can insert videos, so going to video and YouTube, I'll put baby turtles hatching on the beach. So here's a video, and of course you're going to want to watch these first before you actually input them. So then here you would insert a video, and it would actually show what baby turtles look like hatching on the beach. These are images and videos and stuff, but you'd also want to include on your poster some explanations about what's going on and why what humans are doing is bad. So in the case of light pollution and turtles, we talked about in class the fact that the baby turtles use the light from the moon bouncing off the ocean to find their way to the ocean, and light pollution from cities is actually causing them to go the wrong direction and get killed in many cases as a result. Once you've included everything you're going to include, and of course this is definitely not going to get you a good grade if you only do something as simple as this. You definitely want to go into detail to get a good grade on this. Once you have everything done though, you want to make sure you include your references. So I'm going to put this here. I'm going to drag this down to the bottom. So I would put your references down at the bottom of your Glogster poster. And let's say you did a Google search on turtles and light pollution, and these came up, and you opened them up and you read about it, and you got all this information about what's going on with sea turtles and light pollution. You're going to want to copy the link, take it back here, and put it into your Glogster. Okay, so that's one, and you have to have at least 2 in order to get full credit on this for doing research. So then I'll go back to here, and let's say I used this one here from National Geographic, and got information about the sea turtles on that. And so I'm going to copy this link, put it back here. And there we go. Now you have both your links there that I could follow to get your information for what you researched on your project. So once you're done with all that, that's when you go to Edmodo, sign in. Okay. When you go into Edmodo, you're going to find where it says Ecology Part 2, Objective number 14. You'll see, this is Dr. Seuss Loris, but you'll see the tutorial that you're watching right now connected to it. You'll also see the study guidelines that has Objective 14 outlined there. You'll click Turn In. When you get here, ignore the response, ignore the comments down here at the bottom. You're going to want to go right here to the middle. So it says Turn In Assignment right here. You go across here. You click Link, and this is where you're going to glue your link in. So the way you do that is you go back to your Glogster, your Glog. You hit Save, and you title it. So this one will be Light Pollution in Turtles. Continue saving, and this part usually takes a while, so just be patient. Alright, once it saves, you could either hit public or private, depending on if you want other people to be able to see this, but you'll hit finish saving. And once you do that, this is the important part here. You're going to want to click copy link, and it'll say link copied. You go back to Edmodo, and you click on the link, and here's where you paste that, and then you hit attach. You gotta wait for it to show that it came up. So right here it says it. Once it says it right there, hit attach one more time, and there you go. Once you see it right here with a little X next to it, you have attached the link. Now I will be able to view it. Last thing you have to do to make it official, hit Turn In Assignment. Oh, you have to select the reaction, and then hit Turn In Assignment, and you are good to go. So that is how you complete objective number 14. Remember, it's part of your quiz grade, so make sure you do your best on it.